What's up, Desktopers? In this video, Dennis James discusses how he got so huge and how he put on all that muscle mass, and pretty much it was him and Ronnie Coleman were the top two most muscular men on the planet at one point. He gives us all his tips and techniques on how he actually did it. And guys, if you like this content, make sure you give me a thumbs up and a like on this video. Also subscribe, hit that notification bell button, and that way you'll be notified of every video that goes up for myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. Anyway guys, on with the video. Welcome back to Desktop Bodybuilding. I'm Xavier Wills and I'm joined today by Dennis James, and we're talking about how he put on muscle so damn fast. Because when we interviewed Dennis, you mentioned how you basically had a bet with one of your friends. It was $100 or something like that you'd be bigger than him in 3 months. You did it in 6 weeks. So how did Dennis James put on so much muscle so quick? Because you were honestly, if not one of the most muscular men on the planet at one stage.
Okay, here's what I can tell you for sure. It wasn't steroids, okay? I'm not saying I didn't use them, but I'll tell you this, because it used to bother me like crazy. People think the bigger you are, the more you use it. You know what I'm saying? And it was the total opposite. And I remember, you can ask Milo Sarcev. You can ask him in person and say, when I met him in the beginning and he asked me what I was doing, and I told him what I was doing, this was Milo Sarcev's words. That's like a female cycle. And I was on stage at the Night of Champions. You know what I mean? So I was never a fan of using a lot of steroids, because in the beginning I didn't know steroids. I remember my first show I did with Test and Sustanon. I mean Sustanon and Deca. That was it. 2 shots a week. You know what I mean? So that was my first shows. So, but no, for me to put on weight was easy, simply because I really trained heavy and I can eat. Bro, I can eat. You have no idea how much I can eat. I'm talking, I had phases where my off season was basically, this was my off season. I would wake up at 6 in the morning. I would go to the gym and do cardio. I come home, I have breakfast at 8, eat another meal at 10. I go to the gym and train. I come home and eat, stay in bed and nap. And basically every 2 hours, my wife would bring the fucking food into the bed. I would eat from the bed until like 6, 7 at night, and I go back to the gym to train again, come home, eat a couple more times, and go to sleep. So wow. I had literally days, months where I had anywhere from 8 to 10 meals a day. And when I talk meals, and I'm gonna give you an example of how big the meals were. I'm talking 340 grams of chicken and 400 to 600 grams of rice.
Jeez, that's a big meal. Yeah. And
I was hungry. I was still hungry. I could eat this, and sometimes I'll just ask for another plate of rice. Because I eat, still to this day, I eat white rice. Jasmine rice for me is the best thing to eat. So 400 and 600. So 600 is normal, 400 when I was dieting.
Yeah.
So 600 grams of rice. Think about it. 100 grams is 24 grams of carbs times 6.
Yeah. So you're doing about 150 grams of carbs, pretty much.
Per meal.
Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it? Yeah. And if you're doing 10 meals, that's 1,500 grams of carbs.
8 to 10. A good day's 10, and 8 is an average. Yeah. But that's why I got so fucking huge. That's why my fucking belly was out there too, because I was constantly putting food in.
Yeah.
I was so full, I laid on bed on my back. I couldn't see the TV because my stomach was way up there.
What do you recommend to guys now? Do you recommend the same thing, or do you do things a little bit differently now?
I tell you this. If you want to gain weight, people, listen. Don't try not to think that, I got to up the steroids in order to gain more mass. That's not happening. Trust me, whatever you're doing, drop that in half and just eat double of what you're eating right now and see what happens. Yeah. It's the way you train. Stop training like crazy. Don't train 3-4 hours a day. That's not necessary. Train each body part once a week. Train each body part, that's one body part a day. Give it all you got. Go 100% and then eat, eat. That's all you got to do. I guarantee you're going to grow.
Yeah, and with the training, do you recommend training heavy compounds for, especially for the younger guys?
Yes, train heavy. You can mix it up, you know what I mean? Just switch exercises around a little bit. You know, for each body part, you should have an arsenal of at least 10 exercises. You know what I mean? So just choose 4 today, choose 4 different ones next time, you know, mix it up. Don't do the same shit over and over. Let the, you know, keep the body, let the body keep guessing what's happening. You know what I mean? But number one, you got to put the food in, man. You got to put the carb. I'm not saying you got to eat 340 grams of chicken each meal. That is I probably overdid it. So I would probably advise people to do 2 to 250. That's enough.
Yeah.
But you got to put the carbs in. That's you're working.
Sure.
You got to put the carbs.
Did you eat many fats?
You know what? Not really. You know, I didn't add fats to my diet because I was eating chicken and rice all year. That was my off season, my contest. Basically, my pre-contest, the only thing that changed is I added cardio.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then started decreasing, cutting out the carbs a little bit. But I was basically eating the same food all year. That's why I was never really fat.
Yeah. Because
I can eat chicken and rice still to this day. I eat chicken and rice. If you give it to me, I eat it all day, every day.
Yeah. And how important was rest to you back then? Did you rest? Did you sleep a lot? Did you take naps?
Time. I was in bed as soon as I got back from the gym, took a shower, laid in bed, napping, eating, training. I didn't sit on the couch much. I was sleeping all day.
That's amazing. That's literally a bodybuilder's paradise, and that's why you got so big, I guess.
Exactly, and I got big fast too. I mean, I can not train for a month, and I would always be, the lowest body weight in off season was probably 260.
Yeah, that's still huge.
Yeah, as soon as I start eating, I'd go up to 300, 308. You know what I mean? Then I'll be full as a house. I literally have to walk through doors sideways and shit because it was so fucking bad.
Yeah. And we've got photos and stuff going up as this is going as well. And you were huge. I just remember seeing those photos of you. I think you was out in front of a car and you were doing like most musculars and stuff. And you were just like, it looked like you were exploding. Like, this is crazy.
The back of my gym, in the back, we always go in the back and take pictures outside. You know what I mean? Because I was fully loaded. But loaded with workouts and food. I'm not talking steroids because, trust me, it's not steroids. It's not steroids what makes you big. And the people that believe that are fucking idiots, and the coaches that trying to sell it are stupid. You know what I mean? Or probably drug dealers on the side try to make them extra money. That's why they tell people you got to use more. You know what I'm saying? All the athletes that come to me, and I always have a questionnaire for each and every one of them, so I know where his mind is at and what he's been doing. And most of the people I tell them, man, we got to cut that shit down. They're like, no. And they're trying to tell me, oh, my body's used to it. I can't work with less. You have no fucking clue. You know what I mean? What you can work with. You know what I mean? So, and then I basically, most of the people that come to me, that complain about my price, I tell them, listen, you save double of what you're using in money a year, for, if you sign up with me. I basically tell them you save a lot of money because there's no need to. I mean, there's literally guys that they want to use 15 to 20. I use a fucking GH.
It's crazy.
I mean, first of all, who the fuck pays for that? You know what I mean? I had guys literally, I couldn't make this up. I had guys where I asked them, I said, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you taking so much? You know what he's standing there telling me? I get it so cheap.
Oh, really?
The excuse is, okay, so for example, if you pay $100 a bottle, if you get it for $50, you take 2 bottles. That's the way they think.
Yeah.
So cheap. And then when I said, GH, why do you take so much? Isn't that what you guys do? No. I don't know why people believe that. You know what I mean? If you probably get some of that fake ass Chinese shit that has nothing in it, you know what I mean? You could use fucking the whole kit every day and you don't feel nothing. But there's no way you can use that much GH. Trust me, if it's real.
Yeah. Do you think some people's physiques go backwards from using too much?
Yeah, a little bit. I think that's why this maybe it has something to do with people not getting in the condition that they should be in. Maybe that has something to do with it. I wouldn't be surprised. I wish everybody would just say, listen, okay, whatever I was doing, let me just cut that in half. I promise you, I guarantee you, you will not look any less full. You will not be any lighter. you will just live a little bit safer.
Yep. So the moral of the story is eat big, rest up, and train hard.
Exactly. That's the moral of the story. You know,
Basics.
PEDs is just what it says. It's performance enhancing. It's not muscle making. It's performance enhancing. You know what I mean? People forget that. You know what I mean? And now there are going to be some idiots now online, all the warriors. They're going to be like, yeah, he's just trying to talk that shit down. Hey, I'm retired. I ain't got nothing to do. I could tell you guys right now, take fucking 10,000 milligrams of fucking test a week. I could care less. But why should I make up a lie? Why should I have you guys spend all this money and fucking, risk your health and all kind of fucking kidney damage for something that's not even necessary? People don't understand. There's too many idiots in the gyms running around, never even competing, but using gear and then telling the young kids this is what you got to do in order to get big. This is what bothers me. And that's why people should use coaches, if it's a good one.
Yeah. Not one that's selling your stuff and then wanting to sell more.
Yeah, your coach shouldn't be a drug dealer, so you shouldn't have a drug dealer as a coach.
Yeah. Good advice.
Because then you'll be a customer and a guinea pig.
Yeah, for sure. Dennis, thank you so much for coming on once again. If people like these videos, let us know in the comments. Give us a thumbs up as well. Also, subscribe and hit that notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up from Desktop Bodybuilding. Dennis James, thank you so much for coming on once again. For Dennis James, Xavier Wills, we are out.